Hi, Dave Mayhew, Access Technical Services, Cabling Icon. Final round. I'd like to thank everyone who's voted for me so far. This round is a question and answer format, so let's get started. For a brand new technician starting his very first day in the field, on the tools in this industry, the best piece of advice I could give is to bring a winning attitude. Technicians, foremen, trainers, teachers can teach you all the skills, all the codes, all the standards in our industry, but all those things are nothing without a winning attitude. With a winning attitude, it'll take you as far as you want to go in this industry. For an experienced technician starting his first day, maybe on a new job site or perhaps with a new company, the most important piece of advice I could give him is to keep an open mind. Different companies, different foremen, different projects, different consultants, and even different customers, they have different expectations and different methods they may want employed when doing certain tasks that you may have done a different way in other parts of your career. Keep an open mind. There is no one absolute, this is the way I've done it, and this is the way I'm going to do it forever. If you stop learning and you stop adapting, that can limit your success in this industry. If I had to start my career over again and go back and change one thing, I definitely think it would be getting more varied experience during my apprenticeship. I didn't get a lot of experience doing audiovisual installations and security system installations. And now that contractors in this industry are kind of required more and more to install all types of low voltage systems, from regular voice data to security audiovisual, building management and controls, I think that would have been really beneficial. And I think as an apprentice, what I tell my apprentices that I have now is you need to manage your apprenticeship. You need to ask questions. You need to say, hey, I'd like to work on this type of system. And I think if I had done that earlier on in my apprenticeship, it definitely probably would have paid off in the long run for me. I believe the biggest challenge currently facing the industry is the convergence of technologies. What I mean by this is the application of Ethernet into the design of a multitude of different cabling systems that was not previously there. Examples being security and audiovisual systems. Previously, you may have had a separate security contractor and a separate audiovisual contractor in addition to the basic cabling contractor on a project. Now, clients, consultants, engineers are looking for a nimble one-stop shop for the cabling solutions. This is requiring us as the contractors and the technicians to have a wide variety of experience and training in these variety of different systems and understanding how they all work together. Recently, I was part of the Bixby Job Task Analysis, and this subject of technological convergence was a key discussion point at this meeting. This convergence of technologies and the ever-changing and advancing technological landscape requires us as contractors and technicians, training institutions and manufacturers to stay on top of all the latest and greatest. It requires up-to-date training and continuous learning by technicians in the field so that they can stay current and relevant and provide the nimble services that the client and the marketplace demands. Personal and workplace safety are important components of the cabling industry and the construction industry as a whole. Early on in my career, I decided I wanted to be an active part of this process, and as such I've become a certified emergency medical responder, confined space entry and rescue technician, rope rescue technician, in addition to holding several positions on industrial rescue teams, safety committees, and as safety officer. I think that communication is probably the most important part of safety. You need to be able to communicate to your supervisors what your concerns are, and they need to be able to communicate to you what the expectations and procedures are. Remember, always use the appropriate protective equipment for the tasks at hand, and never take any risks. In the end, you just want to make it home at the end of the day. In both my skill challenge videos, I demonstrated using the appropriate protective equipment for the task at hand. In the round 2 video, because I'm handling and terminating cable, I was making sure I wore safety glasses. In my round 3 video, I wore safety glasses as I was drilling holes and handling cable, but I also added the addition of work gloves to protect my hands from the sharp metal studs and from getting splinters from the fiberglass rods I used to fish the wall. Professionalism is a key component to being successful in this industry. But what is professionalism? What does it mean? Well, to me, professionalism has 3 key components: communication, technical competency, and attention to detail. Effective communication is required in all aspects of the job. You must be able to effectively, courteously, and competently communicate with your subordinates, supervisors, the client, and anyone else involved in the task at hand. Demonstrating a level of technical competency in both the physical installation side and the implementation and design side of a project can create a level of trust between you and the client, between your subordinates and yourself, and your supervisors and you. It makes them feel as though you have the skill, the knowledge, and understanding to deliver their most important project. Attention to detail can make or break any cabling project in this industry. Therefore, a professional technician always pays attention to details, from the smallest label to the crooked faceplate to the missing test result. All these issues need to be caught and need to be rectified before the job is considered complete. In my round 2 video, I quickly, concisely communicated exactly what the task at hand was and how I was going to tackle it. I was technically competent in the termination and installation of the cable, and I had great attention to detail by adding things such as wire wraps, designation strip labels, and explaining how to activate the cable drop once it was complete. In my round 3 video, I again demonstrated effective communication by explaining the task and exactly how I was going to overcome the challenges of completing it. I demonstrated technical competency by utilizing a variety of tools and methods to get the cable from the ceiling down the wall. I demonstrated also attention to detail by adding things like a pull string, tying it off, and vacuuming and cleaning up the area upon completion. To win the Cabling Icon contest. Wow, what an honor. It's definitely been a fun competition, and I've had a lot of interesting times making and editing these videos. It's inspired me to want to make more videos and hopefully share some more tricks of the trade and more secrets for other people to maybe help them out in their daily job. For my career, recently I've been involved in some Bixie events, and it's inspired me to want to take some of the Bixie training courses and proceed along their certification route. I believe, as a technician, you are only as good as the person who trained you, and I was lucky to have one of the best. Even though he's no longer with us, I'd like to think that if I won this Cabling Icon contest, that he would be proud. This is Dave Mayhew, Access Technical Services, Cabling Icon, thanking the judges and Concert Technologies for making this competition a reality, and wishing my fellow competitors good luck.